Namaste. Welcome everyone. My name is Kristyn and thank you so much for choosing to be here. Welcome to this full moon 5-day restorative yoga immersion. And I'm just so excited that you have chosen to be here. This immersion truly is designed to help remind you to honor these moments of deep rest and restoration, because deep rest truly is the medicine of the times. We get so caught up in the grip of the external world and extending all of that energy outwards into our relationships towards the ones that we love, that we so often forget to take this time, to honor this time just for us. It's really important because we cannot pour from an empty cup. As well, this practice is themed around the timing of the October full moon, and the theme for today's practice is going to be gratitude. This is a really potent time within the lunar cycle to reflect upon the abundance that we have in our lives, to remember all of the hard work that we've done thus far. It's also a potent time for celebration and also letting go. For today's practice, I will invite you to take a few moments to set the tone of your space. You might dim down the lights, you might light some incense, turning off your phone, or any distracting noises within your space can be really helpful and conducive to help facilitating a deeper state of relaxation during your practice. As well, if you want to throw on your favorite restorative yoga music or playlist, that's a nice addition as well, as I do not have music playing on my end. And then you might reach for some props. So today I'd invite you to reach for a yoga mat. You might even double up on your yoga mat for more support, a blanket or two, a couple of pillows, a bolster or a nice rolled up blanket, and at least 2 blocks. You might also reach for an eye pillow or a covering, which can be a really nice addition to any yoga practice. As well, I would invite you to reach for a candle and a lighter. If you don't have one, that's okay too. We're going to begin with a Tritaka meditation. So when you're ready, find a comfortable seated position. And now just keep in mind, if you don't have yoga props at home, that's okay. I'm also going to leave a link to a video below where Tiina offers a wonderful video on how to get creative with some things in and around your home that you can use in lieu of yoga props. When you're ready, I invite you to find Sukhasana, easy or sweet pose. Crossing the ankles, coming to a comfortable seated position. You might bring a block, a bolster, a cushion, something underneath your sits bones to help bring the earth up to you, to drop the knees down below the hips and relieve any tension in and around the hip joints, supporting the low back, the spinal column. And then you might reach for your candle here, taking a moment to light your candle. And just placing the candle about a foot away from the physical body, just in front of you here, somewhere that's safe where it won't get knocked over. But just having this little bit of space in between you and the candle can allow you to sit up nice and tall, and then begin to soften your gaze as you allow yourself to just begin to gaze at the flame of the candle. So allowing the eyelids to become heavy. Allow the shoulders to fall down and away from the ears here. The hands can rest comfortably either on your thighs or in your lap, somewhere that feels really organic, somewhere that feels really natural. Gazing at the flame here. With the intention to really let go of that grip of the external world. Any of those responsibilities, those to-do lists. Letting go of the momentum of your day or your week or this lunar cycle. Letting all of that go and really just allowing yourself to arrive here, to land here in this moment. Bringing all of your attention to rest as you focus on the flame of the candle. You might even begin to relax all of the tiny muscles around and behind the eyes. Relax the jaw and the teeth might part. Soften the tongue. Let go of any expression on your face here. Just continuing to relax into this moment. Now the outer edges of your visual cortex might begin to blur, and that's okay. Even if your eyes water a little bit, that's okay. You're welcome to blink or bring your gaze away at any time. Just continuing to focus all of your attention on the flame of the candle. Welcoming in the light of the candle like the abundant essence, the light and the energy of the full moon Purnima. And the light of the full moon at its highest point in the sky, fully illuminated, shining bright, full of her energy. Can you feel it? And this timing of the full moon can be a potent time energetically. As the light of the full moon reaches its peak and the energy reaches its peak, you can think of it like the swelling of the ocean or the tides being drawn towards the magnetic pull of the moon. So things might feel heightened, maybe even overwhelming. Maybe a lot of things are coming to the surface for you today, and that's okay. The beauty of the full moon and her wisdom is that she starts to reveal any of those things that are lingering beneath the surface. And it really is an opportunity for us to open our hearts up, to recognize, to celebrate all of the hard work we've done thus far, and to express gratitude for everything that has come into our life. All of the abundance, all of the joy and the excitement and the love. And to also let go of any of those things that no longer serve you here. Recognizing, reflecting upon the things that perhaps didn't go your way, didn't go as planned. Just allowing that to fall away, trusting that it wasn't here to serve your purpose. Being grateful for everything that has come your way, and yet letting go of those things that no longer serve you here. As you continue to gaze at the candle, welcome in a sense of gratitude, like a positive bhavana, a feeling tone of gratitude. You might imagine the light of this candle beginning to grow and grow and grow. You might imagine the warmth of the candle, like the light of the full moon, just expressing gratitude for what's present here today. Reflecting upon the things that you feel grateful for in this moment. You might welcome in one or even two things that you feel just eternally grateful for in this moment. Perhaps a beloved partner, a friend, a pet, a relationship, this body, this breath, this practice, whatever it might be. And as you express this sensation of gratitude within the body, notice where you feel it. And like the light of the candle and the light of the full moon, allow it to fill you up. And when you're ready, allow the eyes to softly close down if it's comfortable for you. And even with the eyes closed, can you still sense the light of the candle beyond the eyelids, like the light of the full moon and her wisdom above you in the sky? Resting here in this moment, this abundance of gratitude. And I invite you to take your right hand to the low belly and your left hand to your heart center. And just begin to deepen into the experience of the breath here. Inviting the breath a little bit deeper down into the diaphragm, expanding outwards in all directions. And then in your own time, we'll begin to weave in ujjayi breath, or ocean sounding breath. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Finding that gentle constriction in the back of the throat, hugging the back of the throat in so the exhale becomes slow and controlled and audible. Like the sound of the waves or the ocean. Slowing down the exhale and really just becoming completely absorbed in the sound of the breath. This cleansing, oceanic breath. The inhale filling up with gratitude. And the exhale releasing anything that no longer serves you here. Just taking a few more of these deep ujjayi breaths. Falling in love with the sound of your own breath. Perhaps even expressing gratitude for the gift of the sacred breath. You might even mentally whisper the words, "Thank you. Thank you." Just taking one more breath here, ujjayi breath. And then when you feel complete, letting go of the technique, relax your hands back to your thighs or your lap and just take a moment here to notice how you feel. When you're ready, you might flutter the eyes open. You might take a moment to set your candle somewhere safe, maybe off to the side, somewhere out of arm's reach. Sitting up nice and tall, as you breathe in, start to bring the shoulders forward and up. And as you exhale, let them fall back and down. We'll do this a couple of times, starting to bring a little bit of gentle movement into the body. And just allow it to be organic. So maybe you move both shoulders at once, maybe you move one at a time. Just feeling into the physical body here. When you feel ready, begin to move in the opposite direction. You might start to move through some of those gentle cracks and crunches. That's okay, but if it feels like too much, just take it a step back. Good. Slowly come back to center. Relax your arms down by your sides. As you breathe in, gently sweep the arms out and up, reach up towards that full moon energy. You might even look up to her wisdom. Let your palms come together, and as you exhale, bring hands all the way down into the heart center, absorbing all of that lunar full moon wisdom. Again, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. One more breath. Beautiful. Let your hands come down to your thighs. On your next breath in, lean forward, peel the shoulders back, broaden through the collarbones. You might lift your gaze. And as you exhale, gently lean back, hug navel to spine, tuck the chin and tuck the tail under. Seated cat and cow. Inhale, come forward, open up the chest. Good. Exhale, lean back, broaden through the shoulder blades and the back of the heart. Moving with breath here, there's no rush. You might even close down through the eyes or soften the gaze. The practice of pratyahara, withdrawing of the senses to really focus on your internal landscape. Focus on how you feel. Good. Slowly in your own time, make your way back up to center. Take your right hand beside your right hip, ground into the earth. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. And exhale into a gentle lateral bend. Tuck your right elbow towards your right hip, ground into your left sitting bone, and reach your left arm up and over. Gently draw your left arm back, honor the side bend, maybe even lift your gaze up towards the sky. Breathe into the left hemisphere of the body here. And then when you're ready, start to trace nice big circles with that left arm. Just moving with breath here. Feeling into that range of motion in the left shoulder. It might be little circles, maybe big circles. Tracing the shape of the full moon with that left hand. And then slowly start to move in the opposite direction. Letting out any moans or groans along the way, any of that stagnant energy. And then slowly coming back into your lateral bend. Inhale, come to center, find your midline, reach both arms up. You might look to the sky once again. And then exhale, take your left hand beside your left hip, side bend up and over to your left. Once again, ground into your right hip, reach up and over with the right hand. Draw your right arm back and gaze up to the sky. Breathe into your right side lungs. Bring spaciousness into the intercostal muscles. And then again, start to trace some nice big circles with that right arm. Tracing the circumference of the full moon on the ceiling. And slowly start to move in the opposite direction. And in your own time, come back into your lateral bend. Take a deep breath in, sweep both arms all the way up. Reach up towards the sky, towards that full moon. And as you exhale, take your palms to face the earth and sweep any energy that's lingering, that no longer serves you here, down and away from the body. You might find some rotations in your wrists here. You might shake it out. And then relax your arms down by your sides. Once again, inhale, sweep both arms up. Coming into a twist towards the right. Take your right hand behind you and your left hand meets your right knee. Use your right hand like a little kickstand. Breathe in, lengthen from root to crown. As you exhale, hug the navel to the spine and find a gentle twist over towards the right. Holding the shape of the twist here, as you breathe in, bring your gaze over your left shoulder. And exhale back over the right, deepening into the twist very gently. Again, inhale, gaze over left shoulder. And exhale back over the right. One more breath. Honoring these slow movements in your practice here today. Good. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, ride the wave of the breath as you unravel back to center. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, take the left hand behind the left hip, right hand meets the left knee. Again, inhale, lengthen the spine, root to crown. Exhale, twist over to the left. Holding the shape of the twist in the body as you inhale, bring your gaze over the right shoulder. And exhale back over the left. Finding some of that dynamic movement in the cervical spine, the upper back and the neck. 2 more breaths here. Good. One more deep breath into your twist. Exhale, unravel back to center. Beautiful. From here, once again, you might introduce some rotations into the shoulders, something that feels good in recovery. And then find your center, relax your arms down by your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Interlace your fingers, bring your palms in behind the back of your head, and gently draw the chin down towards the chest. Sitting up nice and tall here. Welcoming in that nice deep stretch into the muscles that run along the sides of the spine and the neck. Breathing deeply into the upper back body, into all of those places where you feel sensation. Slowly, as you breathe in, start to lift your gaze, lift the elbows up, let your head fall heavy into your hands, finding a very gentle back bend here, opening up the shoulders, lifting from the heart, creating space around the heart. Beautiful. Bring yourself back to center, relax your arms down by your sides. Take your hands behind you, extend the legs out nice and long. We've been sitting cross-legged for quite some time, so take it slow. You might give the knees a gentle shake or rock the ankles from side to side. From here, we're going to come into a supported back bend, a restorative supported fish pose. So I'm going to invite you to reach for 2 blocks, a bolster, maybe 2 bolsters, a pillow, a blanket, a little bit of everything here today. You're going to take 2 blocks into the shape of a T at the top of your mat. So I like to have the first block on its second highest setting and the second block on its lowest setting. From there, you can take your bolster and just set it on top of the block so it creates this beautiful wedge-like shape. From there, you might take a small pillow or a folded blanket on top of the bolster to support the head and neck. You can have a second blanket close by to place on top of the body. And then from here, you're going to turn so that your sacrum, your low back, can snuggle up nice and close to the base of the bolster. And from there, you might have a couple extra pillows close by. There's going to be room for variation with the legs here. But when you're ready, slowly begin to relax down onto the bolster, vertebra by vertebra, ensuring the entire length of the spine feels supported on your transition down into stillness here. Now, if this doesn't feel comfortable for the low back, the lumbar spine, a really nice option is to take a towel or a blanket, take it lengthwise, roll it up a couple of times, and then you can wrap the base of the bolster so that it creates a little bit more of a wedge here. So you're providing a little bit more support for the lumbar spine. Gently tuck the shoulder blades under, ensure the entire length of the spine feels supported. And then from there, you can either keep the knees bent, take the feet wide, maybe knock the knees together, or you can extend the legs out nice and long. You might even introduce a pillow or a bolster underneath the knees here. You might relax your arms down by your sides, opening up across the chest. You might flip your palms to face the sky, just being open to the wisdom of the full moon Purnima energy here today. You might reach for a blanket or an eye pillow, ensuring that the body feels completely supported and comfortable and warm. You can also take pillows or blocks underneath the hands for more support. Beginning to close down through the eyes and just noticing, maybe even taking a scan through the physical body to notice if there's any micro adjustments you could make so that you could feel a little bit more supported, a little bit more comfortable. What does the body need? It's really important to take as much time as you need to settle into a restorative pose, eliminating all distractions, any sort of tension within the body, so that you can relax more deeply into this shape. When you feel like you have found a comfortable place where you can rest, I invite you to bring your fingertips to where the collarbones meet. And just take a nice deep breath in here. And as you exhale, begin to trace your fingertips along the collarbones out to the points of the shoulders, opening up across the front of the chest. And then allow your arms to unfurl as you relax your arms down to the earth. Once again, you might flip your palms to face the sky, unfurl the fingers, and just being open to the wisdom of the full moon energy here. Settling in to the support of the earth and the props beneath your body. Allowing the back of the body to naturally conform to the landscape beneath you now. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Allow the entire weight of the body to relax down towards the earth. Just remembering that you can always change your mind. You can come out at any time. You can adjust the height of the blocks at any time. Honoring your body and what you need. Settling into the healing quietude of stillness here in this moment. And a gentle, supported back bend as we ground into the back of the body, connecting to the earth element, feeling supported and nurtured and held, and simultaneously witnessing this spaciousness, this openness on the front side of the body. Open to the atmosphere of air all around you. Open to the sky, to the full moon energy and her light, her wisdom. Just being open to whatever is present here for you today. Give yourself permission to welcome it all in. Allowing your awareness to gently rest in the space around the heart. Connecting to the heart's wisdom, to your positive bhavana of gratitude, this feeling tone the somatic sensation, the experience of gratitude. Notice where you feel it. What does gratitude feel like in the body? What does gratitude mean to you? You might recall one or two things that you feel grateful for today in this moment. Calling it in. Knowing that when we can experience and practice gratitude, directing this flow of prana or life force energy, taking away that momentum of energy away from things that are unhelpful along our path, pulling all of that energy away from the things that no longer serve us here, and direct them in the direction where we want to go by expressing gratitude, seeing the beauty in all things, allowing yourself to simply rest here in the expression of gratitude and what that means for you. And as you continue to rest, begin to notice the company of your breath. The ever-flowing nature and support of the breath. You might mentally whisper the words, "Thank you." As you breathe, you might begin to introduce a mantra. So hum. On the inhale, mentally whisper the word so. On the exhale, mentally whisper the word hum. So hum. I am that. I am all that there is. Knowing that this body, this breath, we are deeply connected to the earth, the sky, the lunar cycle, all of nature's cycles. We are all deeply connected. So hum. I am all that there is. And when we can recognize how deeply connected we are to all things, we can then begin to see things with a little bit more gratitude and compassion and love, knowing that we are all so deeply connected. So hum. And I invite you to rest here as long as you need. When you feel ready, you might begin to bend the knees, bring the feet to the earth, start to wiggle your fingers, nod the head from side to side, take it nice and slow. And when you feel ready and not a moment sooner, very gently just begin to roll over onto one side of the body, staying on the bolster, or maybe even rolling off of it, but you might land in a supported side lying position. You might wrap your arms around yourself as a gesture of self-love and gratitude, the same way that a mother would to a beloved child. Again, you might mentally whisper the words, "Thank you." If you feel ready to emerge, you can slowly press yourself up. Find a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands together at the heart center. Let the tips of your thumbs touch the space of your own heart. And a gentle bow to your center as an offering of gratitude, thanking yourself for coming to the mat today, for carving out this time for self-care and deep rest. Gratitude out to all of the other beings who joined us live in this practice or that are coming to us later on in the immersion. Thank you. Gratitude to the lands that we practice on and the ancient traditions we borrow these practices from, and to the full moon Purnima and her wisdom. Thank you. May you all be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful, and may you all be free. Namaste. I'd like to thank you all so much for choosing to join me and all of the other beautiful teachers on this 5-day full moon restorative yoga immersion. If you would like to finish your practice today with a full moon yoga nidra, I'll leave a couple of links in the description below, or one of the videos might pop up here. If you are joining this immersion live, please know that there is a contest where you can enter to win a wonderful eye massager simply by following along with all of these practices, liking each video, and leaving a comment so that we know that you are here. You might let us know what you liked, what you enjoyed, what you would like to see more of, and where you are coming from. It's so wonderful to see these immersions bringing together like-minded beings from all around the world. We are also open to all of the applications for our Moon to Moon Restorative Yoga Teacher Training. So if you're feeling called to attend an online immersive yoga teacher training for restorative yoga, please get in touch with us in the School of Living Yoga. We would love to have you. Applications are open now. If you are joining this immersion a little bit later on, not during the live release, you can find all of the other practices in the links below. There's just so much beautiful wisdom here in and around the timing of the full moon, and so many wonderful teachers involved. We would love to hear from you. And as well, if you're on my channel and you enjoyed this practice, you might subscribe, stay notified when new content comes out each and every week. I would love to connect with you if you're here on Vancouver Island to practice in person or to practice online. Again, I'd like to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, because without you, I would not be where I am. So I am grateful for all of you today, for this community, for this Sangha. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Namaste.